Hello again. This will be the final part for the project about improvement carried out at different times there in the workshop. I'm Josefat Flores. Today's date is November 23rd. Now let's go then. First, here is a series of quick improvements we made right away to the layout of the operation on the lathe. And they had another small batch of pieces to send. First, we took time to gather various items to avoid fatigue. We find and dust off an anti-fatigue mat stuck under a shelf, and no shelf there. Oscar wore a mask this time. We cleaned also the goggles before he put them on. We swept the floor to remove most of wood chips. We remove unnecessary objects from the space around the lathe, and mainly we distributed the wood units, based on one area especially dedicated to finished products. We had no major problems then because once everything was getting clean and clear, the large amount of space available was more than obvious. And see right there how many wood units are on either side, left or right of Oscar, and he doesn't needs to sacrifice any freedom of movement at all. He's very free to move. Okay, here it is, the process, the new partially improved process. Oscar takes the next piece and places right away in the lathe. He takes pre-cut pieces of sandpaper right there. There he goes. And without the pressure of having the lathe on to be cutting them. And that's it, he's sanding. The video lasts a couple of minutes, and at each moment of there an activity that adds value is happening. Activities that do not add value have been reduced on their time, and the unnecessary ones have been eliminated, as well as the way to do them previously. We are correcting here the curse in the flow and value stream principles of lean manufacturing. There's clearly no more waiting waste, and excess of motion is limited only to the natural fatigue of standing up, and his neck flex. But that's it. The difference made was notorious to everyone, and even more surprising because we took advantage of the conditions that the workshop itself already had. All right, so we did great here. I'm going to play the end of the video. He just finishes and lay the finished unit there. Okay, so let's keep moving. Because our project did not stop there, it was now turn for 5S tool. We could not stay with the quick improvements from before because we had to find a way to establish them into long term. We found problems with the first S, SART. Oscar's father had to supervise everything because he owns the workshop too. He showed resistance to change. In the end, our group of objects classified as unnecessary could not be discarded or thrown away entirely due to lack of approval from Oscar's father. In fact, resistance to change and limited time to complete the project slowed our desired progress somewhat. However, in the second S set in order, we did a good job. The things that were necessary for each process were optimally placed, and we will show you photos later. In the third S, we did deep cleaning, although in general the state of things is rusty, damaged, such as buckets, shelves, boxes. They could not look like new, but the change was remarkable, especially because of the mountains of wood the wood dust wood chips that we remove from the floor. The 4S standardized, we decided not to apply it formally. We did not want to print out a series of formats and checklists. Let's remember that only two people work there, uh, Oscar and his father. The time they got is very limited. We did not want to overwhelm them with new things to learn right away. In addition, we considered that the following S was more important for the members of the workshop to finish their sympathy for this tool. And the last S is self-discipline. We asked them to maintain the habit for a couple of days of everything, sweeping after each operation at any of the lights, respect each place of each object we decided as much as possible, and respect the new arrangement of the entire workshop. And they did it. And that helped. It was fantastic. It was practically natural because they saw reflect in their job the absolute advantage of having an established order that can be preserved if you effort a bit. The workshop will never stop getting dirty, but with discipline it can return to its clean state faster and the flow will continue. All right, so let's here are the photos. Everything on the shelves has a reason to be there. Uh, Glasses are hung in a designated place. Oscar's father insists on hanging a space for nude masks only. That they're hanging there too, and that way they won't be forgot to be used on lathe operations. And well, they are now easily to throw away once they are used. Okay. We can still see a large number of objects, mainly due to unnecessary things that we could not remove or throw away due to Oscar's father. But well, the most important thing is the main change if we compare it with the previous photos on the first video. Is that the workshop has much more open and clear space paths. The flow with which they could do their job and various transportations was totally new for them, much better than they expect. There's a lot of workload there. So, well, we were satisfied with the results because people in the workshop naturally understood the potential of the 5S tool, the lean manufacturing process we applied. And if they maintain discipline, they will want to rid themselves of more unnecessary objects, acquire new materials, establish control formats. There is a large window for continuous improvement there if they ask for help and guidance. What we did as a team was precisely show the potential that lean tools can have in any type of environment. And it is true, once you reduce waste and analyze different type of perspectives for a bit, you can find a series of opportunities to take advantage of the space that you have right in front of your eyes every day, daily. So, well, finally, right, we are down here. Our team thanks you for your attention. It was a great experience and, well, happy holidays.